I'd like to call this meeting of the Morgan County Planning Commission to order. It's Thursday, February 27th, 2025. I'll offer an invocation, and then if you all rise with us and join us in the Pledge of Allegiance. Our Father in heaven, as we come before thee tonight, we offer thee thanks for our many blessings and for the opportunity we have to serve on the Planning Commission. We're grateful for our freedoms that we do enjoy and for the bounties of life that we have received. We're so grateful for the moisture that we have received so far, and we ask that we will continue to be blessed, that we will have sufficient moisture for this season. We're grateful for the peace and safety that we enjoy in this valley and for the good people that live here. At this time, we ask that our minds might be clear, that we might have an understanding of our responsibilities as we review these applications tonight. We say these things in the name of thy Son, Jesus Christ. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I'd like to welcome all those that are in attendance tonight. The next item on our agenda is approval of our agenda. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
I have a motion by Member Murray. A second? Second by Member McMillan. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Declaration of conflict of interest. Any commissioner have a conflict with any item on the agenda tonight? Okay, seeing none, we'll move on to our public comment session. Agenda item. We have 4 administrative items. If you see the agenda tonight, they do not have any public hearing. So if you wish to comment on any one of those items, 6, 7, 8, and 9, now will be your time to do it. We do have a rezone that will have its own public hearing, and if you wish to speak about that rezone, we request that you hold your comments till we open that public hearing. So now is the time for you to come forward and address the commission. Okay, seeing none, we will move on to item number 6. This is a discussion decision on WPR Phase 3C Small Subdivision, preliminary and final plat.
Thank you, Madam Chair, and good evening to the Planning Commission. Item 6 on your agenda is for the WPR Phase 3C Small Subdivision Preliminary and Final Plat. It's application number 24.068. The applicant being Ed Schultz, who is designated an agent to be here tonight. Brian in the audience, Madam Chair. And the owner of the property is Wasatch Peaks Ranch, LLC. The location of the project is approximately 5 West Wasatch Peaks Road. The zoning of the property is a resort special district with an applicable development agreement. And the acreage affected tonight, Madam Chair, is 60.66 acres. And the request is for approval of preliminary and final plat for a small subdivision of 8 lots. County staff reviewed the submittal and found that it meets all of our minimum code requirements. The review having involved the contracted county surveyor and engineer, along with the county recorder. Planning staff having reviewed this against the preliminary plat standards found in section 155.407 of our code, as well as the final plat standards in 155.415 in our code. A small subdivision allowing for both preliminary and final plats to come before this commission combined in one application. The concept plan was approved for this item on October 14th of 2024, and this is the lots are all larger ranch parcels that range anywhere between 3 to about 10 acres. And again, the applicant is in the audience tonight, rather their agent, Madam Chair, and staff is happy to answer any questions. Thank you.
Any questions for staff? Seeing none. Okay, any questions you'd have for the applicant? Okay. There's no questions or any discussion you wish to have? If not, I'm ready for a motion.
Want me to do it? Have computers down. Madam Chair, I move we approve the WPR Phase 3C Small Subdivision Preliminary and Final Plat Application Number 24.068, allowing for an 8-lot subdivision of land located approximately 5086 West Wasatch Peaks Road based on the findings and with the conditions listed in the staff report dated February 27th, 2025.
We have a motion by Member Wilson. Is there a second?
Second.
A second by Member Maloney. Any discussion on the motion?
Any questions, Doug?
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimous. Okay, next item is the Heights at Whisper Ridge, amended plat number 2.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Item 7 on your agenda is for the Heights at Whisper Ridge amended plat number 2. It's application 24.065. The applicant regrettably could not be present at the meeting tonight, Madam Chair, but the applicant is Craig North, representing multiple property owners within the subdivision, located at 6253 and 6267 Strawberry Creek Road, as well as 6315 Robinson Drive, all within the Heights at Whisper Ridge subdivision. The current zoning is rural residential on a majority of the lots, and on the back portion, you have a small portion of forestry. Yeah, R120 zoning, and then the acreage is 4.77 acres combined between the 3 affected properties. And the request for tonight, Madam Chair, is for an amendment to the Heights at Whisper Ridge subdivision PUD for a series of lot line adjustments that will affect the 3 lots as shown on your screen. What's happening, Madam Chair, is that lot 206 is being removed from the subdivision, is being erased, and then that acreage is being given to lot 206 and 207 to create new lots anyway, or lot 206A and lot 207A being the new designations, while lot 208 is losing a small amount of acreage, but not in such a way that it doesn't conform to the size requirement by the zoning. Otherwise, planning staff has done a review on this application and finds that it meets all of our minimum code requirements as found in section 155.444 and through 447 and 446 in our code. And again, finds that this meets all of the standards for achieving a plat amendment for Morgan County Code. We're happy to answer any questions you have as staff, Madam Chair. Thank you.
Okay, I believe it affects 4 lots, not 3.
Okay.
It affects lots 205, 206, 207, and 208.
206 goes away. though.
Yeah, but it affects that lot.
Yeah,
It creates 3 lots, but it affects 4 lots.
so we're going from 4 to 3
Right.
in that section.
Downsizing 1, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Jeremy, what I don't understand is it showed RR1 up there when I looked on the county map. It shows R120 for a section of it and then RR1 on the back half of the lots. What is it for these lots?
Can you pull up the zoning map and look at it?
And then also, as I was looking at it, the lots at the top, there's a barn and a house being built, and they're still zoned forestry on the county's map. F1.
Yeah, the accessory buildings that you're talking about, that'd be an issue where you would just need to file a complaint. We would go out and take a look at it. Doesn't really affect this.
It's not so much a complaint, it's just trying to get it right.
Yeah, I mean, we'd have to go in and look to see if they pulled permits or if they're ag exempt. Again, that would be through my office through a completely different vehicle.
But if it's F1, they're not building a house.
F1, you're allowed a recreational dwelling.
It's a house. It's not a recreational dwelling.
I'd have to look at the parcel of land. You'd need to come in and talk to
Sure,
me about that.
you'll see it right now, but zoom in. So if you click on the left side of that rectangle. Yep. Nope. Go back to the lots.
Okay.
Click right there. Shows R1.
Yeah, it's split zoned RR1, R120.
So if it's R1, those lower ones are full lot. So how do they not have 200 feet on the frontage?
This subdivision was approved.
Okay, so subdivision overrules.
The PRUD.
Yep.
So we're okay then with the R120 on those fronts for that, and
That's correct.
then if you just go up to the top cul-de-sac there, those two lots on the left, those are in the F1.
I'd have to go back and look at past meetings to see if it was rezoned and our map is in error.
Yeah.
I don't have an answer regarding those yet.
Anyway, I just wanted to point that out so you could look into it.
Thank you. I'll take a look.
Any other questions for staff? The applicant's not here, so there's no more questions for staff?
So, if they're saying that there's a possibility that that's not legal, are we,
Well, this,
Different issue.
this doesn't
Sorry,
involve this.
I went past Steve. The 4 to 3 lots are pretty much just straightforward. They're redrawn the lawns. They've made them bigger. Obviously, less lots, bigger lots.
He's just asking.
what about your F1? Do you have that answered?
I won't be able to answer that.
That's what I'm asking. Do we need,
That's not part
it's
of
not
this.
that? Okay.
Yeah, it's not related to what's being changed.
Sorry, just when I started looking at things and I
Yeah, I appreciate that.
cover.
Okay, if there's no more questions or discussion, I am ready for a motion.
Madam Chair,
Yes.
I move we recommend approval to the County Commission of the Heights at Whisper Ridge, amended plat number 2, application number 24.065, located at 6253 and 6267 Strawberry Creek Road and 6315 Robinson Drive in unincorporated Morgan County, based on the findings listed in the staff report dated February 27, 2025.
I have a motion by Member Murray and a second by Member Bishop. Any discussion on this motion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimous. Next item, number 8, is the Cottonwoods Phase 7B, amended plat number 3.
Madam Chair, the Cottonwoods Phase 7B amended plat number 3 application is file number 24.063. The applicant is Chase Hansen. The location of the project is 3049 and 3059 West Summit View Circle, identified by the parcel numbers and serial numbers in your meeting packet. The current zoning is a rural residential 1 acre minimum, that's RR1, with an applicable development agreement. The acreage is 0.61 acres combined. The request from this application, Madam Chair, is the consolidation of 2 lots into 1 lot. County staff, having done a review against the standards found in our code for achieving a plat amendment, as referenced before in the meeting, finds that this meets all of our minimum code requirements. A review is done by the county surveyor, the county engineer, planning staff, as well as the county recorder and the fire department, all having given their input and recommended this item come before the commission tonight for a favorable vote. And staff is happy to answer any questions. I believe the applicant is in the audience tonight. Maybe not, actually.
Any questions for staff?
I don't really have any.
Okay, if there's no questions for staff and no discussion. Yes, necessary, then I'm ready for a motion.
Madam Chair, I move we recommend approval to the County Commission. Whoa, got the wrong one there. Too far. Excuse me.
It's on your computer, Chance.
Well,
Ours,
No.
their computers don't work.
not
Their
mine.
screens don't work.
My fingers went too fast here. Excuse me.
He's finding it. He-
Like I said, my finger went too fast there as I was scrolling.
Come at it, go.
I move we recommend approval of County Commission of Cottonwoods Phase 7B, amended plat number 3, application number 24.063, located at 3049 and 3059 West Summit View Circle in unincorporated Morgan County, based on the findings listed in the staff report dated February 27th, 2025, if there's any conditions.
So I have a motion by Member McMillan,
Second.
and a second by Member Maloney. Any discussion on the motion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimous. Okay, the next item is the Giles Estate Plat Amendment number 1.
Thank you. Item number 9 on your agenda tonight, Madam Chair, is the Giles Estates Plat Amendment number 1. That's application number 24.061. The applicant is Matt Slate, present in the audience tonight, Madam Chair, representing multiple property owners within the subdivision, the subject subdivision anyway. The location of the project is at 163, 173, 179, and 193 South Morgan Valley Drive, 4 consecutive addresses within the county. It is identified by the parcel number and serial numbers located within your meeting packet tonight. The current zoning is a split designation of rural residential, 1 acre minimum, RR1, and agriculture, A20, 20 acre minimum, with the combined total acreage being 6.63 acres combined. And the request for tonight, Madam Chair, is for a lot combination of smaller parcels, or smaller remaining parcels, affecting 4 of the 5 lots in the subdivision. There was a sale individually from a neighboring property owner to each of those property owners individually. Parcel boundary adjustment for each of those 4 smaller parcels was recorded in July of 2024. And the county staff, having done a review on this application, finds that it meets all of the minimum code requirements for a plat amendment. Again, the reviewers consisting of the county planning staff, the county surveyor, the county engineer, the county recorder, and the Morgan County Fire Department, all having submitted their comments and providing a recommendation to the Planning Commission tonight to recommend approval to the next body of the County Commission. Otherwise, again, the applicant is in the audience, Madam Chair, and staff is happy to answer questions. Thank you.
I have one question. I don't see the utility easements that were put back on the amended plat along the exterior lot lines, along the back of each lot, and then just on the added portion. See,
It's technically not required since there already are utility easements. If
they
they want to,
removing them.
if they want to move them, then they'll show them, and we'll make sure it's there before it records.
Yeah, they say they're removing those utility easements, so that,
In order to remove a utility easement, you have to get a letter signed by the utility company, and I haven't seen those. They technically could move them, or they could keep them where they're at.
I would assume they would want them out of the middle.
I would assume they would too, but that they can do that prior to recordation if they choose to do that. But they've met all the comments from engineer and surveyor, so.
Okay. Any other questions for staff or the applicant?
I don't really have any.
I guess, Josh, on the utility easements, there's a couple lots that still haven't, or not expanding their lot lines. So if that utility easement gets pushed back, how does that affect then the lots that are not expanding?
It won't affect them. The utility easement will stay where it's at. The lots that change, then they'll have to provide the utility easements along the edges if they want to, or they can keep it where it's at. It's up to them.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
Okay, if there's no more questions or comment, I'm ready for a motion.
Madam Chair, I move we recommend approval of the County Commission of the Giles Estates Plat Amendment Number 1, application number 24.061, located at 3049 and 3059 West Summit View Circle in unincorporated Morgan County, based on the findings listed in the staff report dated February 27th, 2025.
Okay, I have a motion by Member Wilson. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Member Bishop. Any discussion on this motion? No? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? The motion carries unanimous. Okay, the next item is the Helston rezone.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Item 10 on your agenda tonight is a legislative action. We'll have its subsequent public hearing. That is application number 24.079 for the Helston rezone. The applicant is Kelvin Judd, representing the Helston Family Trust. The location of the project is approximately 4937 West Old Highway Road, not far from the Trappers Loop and West Old Highway Road intersection, and is identified by the parcel number and serial number in your meeting packet tonight. The current zoning is listed as neighborhood commercial, which is a type of commercial zoning. The general plan has this designated already as part of the town center, with the acreage for the parcel being 4.31 acres. Staff having done a review on the request for a rezone only, again, no applicable future land use map amendment like usual. Staff believes that the proposal makes good planning sense based on the surrounding land uses, finds that the proposed amendment is in harmony with the future land use goals and objectives for the county. Also finds that the proposed amendment is in harmony with existing land uses in the area, with multifamily and commercial zoning close by, and also consistent with the property sizes in the area. I'm not sure if the applicant is in the audience tonight, Madam Chair, and staff is happy to answer any questions. Thank you.
Okay, any questions for staff?
Is there, if this does get a rezone, and this is the question, Josh or Jeremy, where there was a conversation last week at the commission meeting about getting town center zone people to work together, will these guys be included in that?
We can definitely ask them. It's not a requirement. This is on the other side of Trappers Loop. It's kind of separated. This would connect an existing town center parcel that was rezoned a couple years ago. We can address that with the applicant.
Cool.
The general plan future land use map already shows it for town center. So if you'd like us to talk to them, just make it a recommendation as part of your motion or whatever.
Okay, any other questions for staff? Okay, I'll take a motion to go into public hearing.
So moved.
Motion by Member Wilson
Second.
and a second by Member Bishop. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, we are now in public hearing. If any of the public would like to come up and make a comment regarding this application, you can come up to the lectern and state your name. Okay, seeing none, motion to go out. Public hearing.
So moved.
Motion by Member Wilson.
Second.
And a second by Boney. All in favor?
Aye.
The motion carries. We're out of public hearing. Any more questions for staff or the applicant?
Josh, I have one more question, and Jeremy. For the concept plan, I know it does show future uses, but per our code, do you feel like that meets the requirements of a concept plan? Because it just looks like big bubbles to me.
Yeah, that was my recommendation. After the last conceptual development plan, they were very, very specific, and I think it created a host of questions and comments and concerns. Since they're going to be, if it is approved and rezoned, they would have to go through the development agreement process, which will fine-tune the conceptual development plan to the point where it'll be more specific than what they provided. I think it meets the intent of what was submitted for this initial rezone and their ideas behind what they're kind of considering now. But as they speak with the county commission, go through work sessions for the development agreement, it will be fine-tuned and it'll be attached as part of the development agreement. Did that answer your question?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Any more questions or discussion in the commission of this application? Not ready for a motion.
I move we forward a positive recommendation to the county commission for the Helston rezone application number 24.079, changing 4.31 acres from neighborhood commercial to town center based on findings listed in the staff report dated February 27th, 2025.
Okay, we have a motion by Member McMillan. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Member Murray. Any discussion on this motion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimous. Next, we are on to business. Any staff questions?
Tonight's going to be member sessions, last meeting.
I thought it's till the 31st.
Oh, 30, is it 31st? I thought it was the 1st since he was appointed.
Code, okay. Code says,
We'll talk about it. So it's coming up, so I
Yes.
wanted to just personally
Well,
thank
thank
her
you.
in public for all the work that she's done and for the help that she's given me over the past nearly 3 years. It's been amazing, and I personally am going to greatly miss her. Randy Watt, who was appointed as Commissioner Nickerson's replacement for Debbie Sessions, is in the audience, and I was wondering if you would like to have him introduce himself a little bit, and you can get to know him a little bit before he takes his spot.
Great idea.
Okay.
It's a pleasure to visit with all of you, Debbie. What a wonderful job. My name's Randy Watt. I've been a resident of this county a little over 20 years. I live in Enterprise and on Blue Sage Road. My background, I spent 36 years with the Ogden Police Department, last 4 as chief, also 34 years with the Utah Army National Guard. Started as a private, retired as a colonel. I have a lot of education stuff and background. But I see this as a civic duty and responsibility. And so that's essentially why I inserted myself in the process. And I thought I had something to offer that might be of value to the county and to yourselves as the other members of the commission. And I look forward to working with all of you and definitely learning. Just sitting here for the few minutes that we were tonight brought up a lot of questions. So I'll be seeing you next week, Josh, on some things to just figure out exactly what some of the terminology and what some of the other stuff is, and I hope that that the county, besides you, the rest of the citizens of the county can put up with me. Thank you.
Thank you.
thank you, Randy. Okay, any other business from staff?
Yeah, there's a planning conference coming up. It's May 7th through 9th. If anyone is interested in attending to start getting your 4 hours of training, you can start doing that in May. if you so choose. Just give us a call and we can tell you the exact dates, times, but we kind of need a head count so that we can put it in the budget.
Is that the one in Logan? Sweet. Thanks.
So it's close by. It's not as far as Provo, but it is still a little bit of a drive, I think.
I also heard they might do a session on rural planning, which I feel like would be huge because I think that'd be great for us. Or not rural, but like not Salt Lake and Ogden, city
Right.
planning, right? Like more mixed use.
Okay. Yeah, that'd be kind of cool to see and listen to. I haven't looked at the agenda, so I appreciate that.
Yeah.
If you can't, there's going to be additional conferences later in the year. Last year there was one in September and another one in October, I think, or it might have been October and November. I don't remember. Something like that. But there'll be
Great.
additional opportunities. Plus, we're going to have Garrett come and do open meeting training so that we can make sure that we're in compliance with that. Other than that, I didn't have anything else. Any questions for me?
You're off the hook.
All right. Thank you.
Okay. Ready for the minute approval? Motion?
Madam Chair, I move we approve the minutes from whatever date that was it January 23rd,
Yes.
2025?
Okay. We have a motion by Member Wilson and a second by Member Bishop to approve the minutes. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimous. Motion to adjourn?
So move.
Motion by Member Murray and a second
Second.
by
Take it. Second.
Member Maloney. All in favor?
Aye.